Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel Aqualuna 73. This is going to be another moon reading. Please bear in mind these are general readings and it's not going to resonate with every person. Thank you to everyone who watches my content, who supports my channel and views my stuff and likes and comments. God bless you guys, you're amazing. Thank you for supporting me. If you're not a subscriber yet, and please subscribe and also hit the notification bell. This is for everyone because I might load content and you might not get the notification, so hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on when I load my content. Okay, so without further ado, let's continue to the reading and the downloads that I got. I haven't received a lot of downloads, but whoever you are, you facing some type of uncertainty in something. Okay, today it's uncertainty. Whoever you are, you're dealing with something that's uncertain. Okay, but our whole life, regardless of who we are. Okay, if you say, for instance, this is like a dynamic of a person facing some type of uncertainty in a job, if they're going to stay there long term. Okay, it could be there are like people around you, okay, or there might be cutbacks in this job, okay, and you might be in this period where you're uncertain whether you're going to still have a job. Okay, this could be one scenario because I distinctly get the feeling of someone being uncertain. Okay, and this uncertainty is basically draining this individual and it's stressing them out. Okay, so we're going to do a 6-card spread, and then we're going to ask, with each card that we get, we're going to ask a question. I'm going to see what the universe says, or the advice the universe gives in the card, or guidance, and then we're going to see how we're going to solve the situation. Your first card is the 5 of Wands. This is your first card that wanted to flip out. Okay, the 5 of Wands is a conflict card. Okay, like I said, there could be an environment that you find yourself in where there's disagreements, there's tension. Okay, there could be conflict. I don't exactly know what type of conflict this is, or but there's this tension. I sense some type of tension here. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, the cards just flip out here. I just want to pick it. I'm going to pick it up quickly. Okay, it fell on the floor. This is your second card. This card just fell on the floor. It's a Tower. The Tower card is your second card. So this, the question that I'm asking here is, or that you, okay, I'm asking on behalf of you. This is what you need to acknowledge, what you cannot change about the situation. Is the conflict and the tension in the situation. So whatever this dynamic is, there's something inevitable about whatever this is. Okay, I have no idea what you're dealing with, but this is the energy that you're in. It's a conflicting energy, it's tension, okay? And there's nothing that you can do because you are maybe surrounded by people who are putting you in some type of stress. Okay, it could be work related, it could be personal. I don't know what this is, but there's tension. There's nothing you can do about this. Okay, this is the energy that you need to acknowledge and that you need to accept, basically, that you cannot change because you're not in control of other people's behavior, only your own. Okay, the second card is the Tower. Here with this card, the Tower today, you know what the Tower is. A Tower is always an indication of some type of huge significant change. Okay, towers usually, towers can be anything. Towers can come in the form of someone losing their job, someone getting divorced, someone maybe giving birth. This is also a tower because some type of huge significant change is occurring. And usually people in the tarot community associate towers with significant change, okay? Some type of crisis, okay? The tower could also indicate some type of crisis. And basically what it says here today with these two cards is like you need to control or take back control in something. Say for instance, you find yourself in a dynamic where you may be in a job and you see there are being people are being these departments, different departments in this company, and they are, what do you call it when people get laid off? They are people getting laid off, okay? And then now the people, the workers in the place are starting to talk, and you're starting to worry, when are they going to begin in our department? Who's going to go first? Okay, am I one of the people that are going to be retrenched or lose my job because the company is cutting down on workers? So this tower and this Five of Wands is also indicating you need to take some type of power back. If you're observing something like this occurring, say for instance it's this that I'm talking about, okay, this uncertainty that you're facing, you basically need to take control of something. So if you beginning to see some type of change in your environment, like I'm explaining now with the example that I just gave you, you need to basically take control. In other words, put things in place. Start to begin to put things in place to protect yourself. So start to look for other jobs. Start to maybe invest in some other type of dynamic. Maybe start your own small business as hustle. Okay, when you know you basically lose your job, you have something secondary that you can fall back on. Okay, this is the type of energy. So you need to take your power back despite what is happening around you. Okay, this is the only way you can control yourself instead of just leaving your fate basically in somebody else's hands. There's this thing that came to mind here while I had your download, I mean your meditation. When I had your meditation, I had this download in my head of somebody planting a seed, okay? And when you plant the seed and you water the seed and you put the seed in good soil and you make sure the potassium levels and all those things are correct, in pH levels in the soil is correct, so that the plant can grow or the seed can sprout. So basically you plant a lot of seeds. Oh my God, why is this coming to mind? Do you know that analogy or that parable in the Bible where it speaks about this, the guy that sows the seed? He basically, some people sow the seed. Okay, it's like an analogy that Jesus uses, or a parable. Jesus loved to use parables. How do you call it? Is it a parable? Parable. Okay, he basically used this to explain to people certain concepts, okay, so that they can understand it. So there's the concept or the parable about the sower with the seeds. He basically goes and he sows seeds on dry ground that's barren, okay, and then the birds come and the birds eat it and it doesn't sprout, so then nothing grows. And then he also throws the seed. You can go read up the story, I can't remember everything, but he also throws the seed in fertile ground, okay, and the seeds are covered and it sprouts. So basically, I don't know why this parable would come up. So it's like the universe is trying to tell you, you with a seed, you can plant the seed, okay. Even if you plant the seed, it's a good parable, parable that Jesus used, okay? But there are still instances when where you plant the seed and you give the seed all the attention but that it needs to grow, but it doesn't sprout. Or if the plant eventually sprouts, there's something wrong with it, okay? So the thing about the uncertainty is you plant the thing, but you don't have the guarantee that you're going to get what you want, okay? So basically there's some type of uncertainty, but you have to understand this regardless whether you're in a job or start your own business. There's always uncertainty involved. Okay, always. There's always uncertainty involved in every dynamic in your life, in relationships, in your job, even in the situation in your country. This is how fragile things are in general, okay, because we deal with humans, okay? We deal with humans and flawed humans as well. We are all flawed. So I don't know exactly what this is, but you're facing some type of uncertainty and you need to take control of the situation. This is the other day, a few weeks ago, I made a quote about Hamlet, or I made a post about Hamlet and said Hamlet was a book that we did, a prescribed book that we did in English literature in grade 12. We also did Macbeth, okay, because there's this quote that's coming to mind about Macbeth and the seed. I can't remember what it was or what it is. I will see if I can find it, but it has relevance to this reading. So this is your third card. It's the Five of Swords. You need to, like I said, this is a really big challenge here. You have challenging cards here. Both, I mean, all three of these cards is challenging. This is a Five of Wands, it's conflict. This is the Tower. Okay, this talks about huge, significant changes. Sometimes changes that you don't see coming. Okay, the Five of Swords is also like a type of conflict card because it's someone that's defensive. Okay, so maybe this energy that you're in, you're starting to become defensive. Okay. You're starting to become defensive. But what, it's almost like, I wouldn't say you're defensive, more like there's this aggression that's building up in you with this Five of Swords because of this energy that you're in, okay? And maybe it's alien to you, this energy, this aggression, this anger. It comes across as anger that's building up inside of you with this Five of Swords. Because it's like you feel defeated, okay? This energy makes you feel defeated because you don't know what to expect. But you need to understand, you need to be open to change. You need to be open to change also in this dynamic, because I think this Tower is maybe something that's imminent, something that was in the back of your mind. You may say to yourself, you know what? For some of you, not all of you, it's like somebody that became stagnant in a situation, okay, like being in a job for 15 years. They become complacent, and now these cutbacks come, okay. Now this person tells himself, you know what, maybe it is time for a change, okay. So you need to embrace this. You need to accept the fact that you need to be open, basically, and you need to, like, maybe you have resentment as well, yeah, towards the people that you work for. It's like you tell yourself, okay, I've sacrificed so much, I've given so much, And this is the thanks I get, or going to get if I also, I don't know if you're already on the list of a group of people that are going to be retrenched, or if it's still going to happen. Okay. But the universe, I don't think you should see this as some type of, you have resentment towards the people that you work for. Okay, because it's like you're basically telling yourself, okay, after everything that we gave you and how we built this company, this is the things that we get. This is the energy that I pick up. Okay. But you need to embrace this. The universe wants you to embrace this energy, because there's something really significant also. Okay, sometimes the universe has the tendency, I've been retrenched, okay, and it's not something basically that anyone can actually prepare them for. Okay, it's like somebody, you have a family member, this family member is sick, and they maybe develop a terminal illness, and you have to prepare yourself that you're going to lose this individual. You don't, how do you prepare yourself for something like this? This is bullshit. Sorry for the, nobody's ever prepared for experiences like this. How do you prepare yourself? Okay, so I understand this energy that you're in, this uncertainty that you're feeling, and the universe and your guides and God and whoever you worship understands, the divine understands, that they want to guide you through this uncertainty. It's like your guides are basically feeling sad for you, okay, and they want to guide you out of this energy, because they basically seeing you have tunnel vision. They see, okay, that this person just sees this as the end, and they don't see it as a new beginning, basically. Okay. The Nine of Coins is your fourth card. You need to give up something to gain something. This is, what do I need to give up to gain? You need to give up your grasp. You're holding on to something here. Okay. Loosen your grasp. It's like in the beginning, when you have a baby, I don't know if you even notice, every mother would know, a baby's grasp is one of the most tightest grasps you will see. Have you ever seen a baby's fist? Okay, they don't have control over their muscles yet, and they're starting to develop this over time. This is why they always teach the kids about motory sensory things and motor sensory things and stuff like that in kindergarten. So basically, when a baby holds on to, and they grasp, and they cannot, it's basically that they don't have control over this grasp. Okay, they just hold on tight. Just look at a baby, you will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the energy that I pick up. Somebody's holding on tightly onto something, and they don't want to let go, because out of fear. There's fear in the situation. Fear of the unknown, this uncertainty. Okay. Okay. It's like here with this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Coins. Oh my gosh, the card just flipped out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. The Nine of Coins is a very abundant card. Okay, so it comes across as if you it's almost like the thing that I pick up here, it's like this individual that I'm talking to, this person is not an irresponsible person. The Nine of Coins is like a card of someone that's very self-sufficient, someone that works hard, they save their money. So you could have a nest egg saved up somewhere, okay? Yeah, like I said, you over-invested in this dynamic, in this job, and you're basically having some type of setback, okay? But there's also some type of year with this card. It's like the universe is telling you this experience that you're having is also guiding you to something else, something more. The word luxury is coming to mind. I don't know what this is for you, okay? Something better, in other words. If it speaks, if the guides are downloading the word luxury in my mind, it tells me there's something better ahead, okay? But you need to let go of your grasp of this thing. Okay, the next card is a Devil card. This is the next card. And this is your fifth card. With the Devil card today, you need to make most of the situation. The question is, what do I need to do to make the most of the situation? People associate the Devil energy with a very negative energy. But the Devil has his own energy, okay? I'm going to... Okay, just hold on a second. I'm just trying to channel here. The Devil has their own energy. And the Devil's energy, like I said in a previous reading, can also be considered as a persistent energy that doesn't give up. If you look at the Devil, okay, and God is the Devil's opposition and vice versa. So the Devil is persistent in antagonizing things, okay? I'm not telling you to go antagonize and step into a negative energy. What I'm telling you is the Devil energy today represents persistence, to not give up, okay? To basically, there's some type of limitation. So this Devil energy is also representing this limitation that you're experiencing with this job that you're possibly going to lose, okay? So you also seeing that there might be limitations ahead, but this is not what's that's happening. This tower is basically guiding you out of something to something better. And you need to use this Devil energy, persistent energy, to walk through this, okay? Because, yeah, with this devil energy, it's like you have the self-imposing, limited thinking, okay? And you need to step out of the self-imposed, limited thinking and make the most of the situation. Let's see, I want to ask how, like I said, persistence. This is how you need to, even regardless, okay? Say for instance, if you decide, okay, after you lose your job, I'm going to start my own business. If you want to succeed in something, regardless of what it is, consistency is the key, persistence is the key, willpower is the key, regardless. Whether it's your own business, whether you're going to work for a boss, it doesn't matter. It's the same principles, okay? It's the same thing. Persistence, willpower, consistency bring success, whether you work for a job, for a boss, or whether you work for yourself. So you need to utilize this energy, this persistence energy, okay? And this limiting beliefs, because this is what You have a limiting belief here. Also, you need to overcome this by being persistent. Okay, we're going to draw a last card here. Okay, from the universe. What lessons and messages and advice do you have, my collective, for this moon reading, please and thank you. This is the last card, Wise Woman. If you, I think, yeah, with this Wise Woman, you basically, like I said in the beginning of the reading, you're seeing and observing these things happening. Okay, so if you face this uncertainty and you want to know, you have the right to go to these people, whoever your seniors are, and approach them. Arrange a meeting, yeah, with this Wise Woman. This is the advice, and go talk to them so that you know where you stand. Okay, you have the right to do this because you're noticing that people are being retrenched. I don't know what type of dynamic this is. I'm just using the retrenchment thing as an example, because wherever you are, you're facing some type of uncertainty. So you need to approach your boss, your manager, and say, listen, I'm seeing and observing this and that and the third. But I would suggest you don't only, if they tell you, something tells me they tell you, you don't need to worry about anything. Please just have a backup plan. Okay. Please have a backup plan. This is also advised. But you need to go talk to these people and confront and face the situation. Maybe this, then you will also have peace of mind. Okay. So I'm going to draw a last oracle card. What last messages? I don't know what this dynamic is. This is a muse deck. I don't know. What is this deck's name? What last messages do you have, my collective, for this divine reading? Please and thank you. A last message. I don't know what card you're going to get. Okay. Murky waters. This is the energy that you're in. You can't see clearly. You can't see clearly. This is at the bottom of this deck, Jar of Dreams. Okay. Makes me think, this Jar of Dreams makes me think of something that I spoke to my son about this a few days ago. I had this like jar, okay, when I had a job, and every day when I came home from work, I would like write down on a piece of paper what happened that day that was good, and what happened that on that day that wasn't good. It's two separate bottles, and that I had. The one contained blessings and positive things, and the other one's negative things and maybe rude people that were mean that day. And I did this for a span of 10 years. I did this. And something that I've noticed is the jar of blessings and the jar of good experiences was always much better and fuller than the one with the negative experiences, because we have the tendency to be very we have tunnel vision about a lot of things. Okay, because when you are in the midst of something, you don't have a good bird's eye view of something, because you cannot discern something very well, because you are in it. You are in the eye of the storm, in the midst of this experience, and you basically cannot reason in a way that's maybe because your emotions are taking charge. Okay, and you find your emotions in murky waters because you're uncertain. So you need to face this thing, talk to these people, but also have a backup plan. Anyway, this is your reading for today. Please be advised, these are general readings, not going to resonate with everyone, and the energies are like timeless. It could be helpful at any time of your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who supports my channel. Please enjoy your Easter weekend, and God bless you. Bye.